guys, so I started a poll on my social media, on my Facebook and my Instagram, to see if you guys wanted to see my full moon ritual, and everybody voted yes except one person, so that person can just not tune in. But welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is the spiritual side of me. That's why I don't have on any makeup. It is nighttime. I'm wearing t-shirt and sweatpants, and my hair is tied down. But I did want to let you guys in on my full moon ritual. A lot of stuff I'm going to tell you to research yourself, just because if this is something you're interested in getting into, you definitely need to do your own research, as anything that you want to get yourself into. So tonight is the full moon. It is November 11th, 2019. So it is actually 11/11, and it's a full moon. So 11/11 is an angel number. You can research that more yourself. And full moon rituals are rituals that we do to manifest things that we want to come into in our lives. So it's like prayer on overdrive. That's what I like to say, because people who aren't spiritual and who are more religious, they're like, is it okay for me to do both? Yes, absolutely. Yes, it's okay to light candles and pray for specific items that you want. So that's basically what I think doing rituals is about. Somebody else might have a different interpretation of it, which is fine. So the first thing I do for my full moon ritual is I take a break from social media before I get started. Maybe a 1 or 2 hour break, just to clear your head. You know, social media can affect you in ways that you don't even know until after you've watched the video or been on there for 2 hours strolling. So I stopped watching social media about 2 hours before I decide to do my ritual, just to give myself a clean palette. And after that, I take my sage, which is over here burning, and I sage my entire house. That takes some time. I have a den, a living room, dining room area, the kitchen, my room, the bathroom, my son room, this room that I'm in, which is actually my dressing room, and the hallway. And when you sage your house or your space, you're supposed to do it from corner to corner in every closet. So that takes some time and some energy to do. Sage is for cleansing your space, and there are many more benefits of it. If you want to learn more about sage, do your own research. So after that, I usually take a journal. I just got this journal while I was in Orlando. It's so cute. Take a journal and write down things that I would like to manifest, or things I would like to happen in my life. But I'm not going to write in my journal, because I'm going to save this for when I am manifesting things daily. For the full moon, my mom bought me this wishing jar from Dollar Tree. She bought me a couple of them. So for the full moon, I'm going to write down my manifestations on some regular notebook paper. A lot of people use parchment paper, which is even better. Supposedly, I don't have any. I've never bought any. I'll look into getting some for my stash, but I've been doing okay without it. And a pencil. You're supposed to use a pencil instead of a pen. And you write down the things you want to manifest. The reason I'm using regular paper instead of my journal is because I want to put them in my new wishing jar, and I don't want to tear paper out of my journal. So I'm going to start writing down things that I want to see happen. I'll be back in a few. Okay, so with my manifestations, I started with things that I wanted to see happen. With this step of your full moon ritual, it's best to be as detailed as you would like to be. Very detailed if possible. I'll just read a couple of them to you. So my first one is an increase in income for my business within this year. So this month is November. There's only I mean, it's less than 60 days left in this year. So within these 60 days, I would like to see an increase in my business. Book at least 4 trips before the year is out. Like I said, the year is almost out. So I would like to see myself as a travel professional to book more trips. Most of the rest of my manifestations are geared toward income, business, and money, because tonight that is what I plan to manifest. You can manifest different things, or you can manifest different things at one time, or you can focus on manifesting one thing. Like for me tonight is money and business. So I'll get to that with the candles. So I wrote all of those down. I am going to cut them into strips and put them into my wishing jar, and I'm going to keep them. That's the first sheet of paper. On this sheet of paper, I'm going to write things that I no longer want to give energy to, like bad relationships, negative friendships, things that, bad habits that I have made that I no longer want to feed. That's what's going to go on this paper, and we're going to do something different with it. So now I'm going to write here. So I wrote down the things that I no longer want to give energy to, and they go in the category of false friends, bad habits such as overeating, and toxic relationships. So on this paper, I have the things that I no longer want to give energy to. Next, you light a candle for what you want to manifest. So I have 4 candles. My mom brought them. My mom do a lot, huh? She bought these back from me from Jamaica, or maybe she was in Belize. Anyway, she was somewhere out of the country. Except this one. I got this one from Dollar Tree. So it's just a plain white candle. White signifies purity and cleansing, so I always light this one when I do a ritual, because I want to make sure that my intentions stay clear. Tonight I'm going to be lighting the green candle, and we talked about green on my blog. It was like one of my first couple of blog posts. But green, of course, is for wealth, money, luck, success, things of that nature. So I'm going to be lighting those 2 tonight. Another 2 that I have is red, of course, for love, but that doesn't always have to be romantic love, even though it can be, but it can be for like friendship and relatives. I'm not lighting this candle tonight because this is not my focus. I think I lit it maybe once. And then my mama got me this candle here. Queen of love and beauty, giving us abundance, tender and loving mother, full of compassion, Oshun Mayfair, we thank you for all the blessings you rain down on us. I will not be lighting my Oshun candle tonight either. Just my green candle and my white candle, because most of my manifestations are for my business. So let's do that. Honestly, y'all, you're supposed to light your candles first, but I'm sure it'll be okay. I did not bring my scissors in here.
So I'm going to old school and just tear this paper to put my manifestations into my wishing jar. Oh no, this is the wrong one. Honestly, y'all, I could just fold the whole sheet of paper up and put it in there. Just exactly
What I'm going to do. So, I keep my wishing jar directly next to my bed, because my bedroom is my sacred place, and I usually do my rituals in my bedroom, but my bedroom is not ready for YouTube. It could be, but it like needs to be dusted and stuff. So there's that. I always put a date on your manifestations too, because when you come back and look at them, and you could check them off, and you could be like, oh, this happened within 30 days. This happened within 10 days. Okay. So now what you do is meditate. Well, what I do is meditate. If you do not know how to meditate, I suggest you practice meditating before you try to start doing rituals, because you have to have a clear mind and a clear spirit when you're trying to make things happen, when you're trying to manifest things. So what you do is you meditate. But while you're meditating, you think about the things that you wrote down and you imagine them already happening. For example, my first one was, what was my first one? Growing my business. So as I meditate, I will imagine myself doing more pop-up shops, making more online sales, packaging orders, going to the post office, things of that nature. But to do that, you have to have a clear mind. You cannot get distracted. If you do, I mean, just get yourself back on track. That's why it's important to learn how to meditate and learn how to clear your palate. That's a big part of it. So I'm not going to meditate on camera. I think that'd be weird. So I'm going to stop the camera and meditate, and then I'll come right back. Okay, guys, I have meditated. I have manifested the things that I want to happen, and I am feeling very happy and energized and optimistic about the things that I plan to see happening before the year is out. So we put the paper, our manifestations, in our wishing jar, or we're keeping them in a journal. And then the things that we no longer want to feed, we don't even, like, once you write it down, that's it. You don't read it anymore, because you don't want to give energy to these things. These things are dead. They should no longer hold any space. So what I do, you guys don't have to do this, but I always take the paper outside. I think it's raining tonight, but I'll still do it because I have a porch that's covered. I take the paper outside, light fire to it. Let's be clear, like, I'm not going to hold this paper up until it gets to my fingernails. I light fire to it. And sometimes I collect the ashes on a tray. This is not the tray I usually use, but light fire to it. Let it burn, collect the ashes, blow them into the moon, like outside, because you never want to see these items again. So I'm going to go outside and do that. I'm not going to take my camera with me because it is mounted, and that's just going to be too much to move it. Then, so my mom bought me these oils, also from a spiritual shop. My mom bought me a lot of stuff. I really appreciate her. And the woman, the older woman who she bought the oils from, put this little note in here, and I always read it. Wait, can y'all see that? I always read it before I use them. Believe in whatever you pray for. Speak it and it will come to pass. Rub oil behind the ear, middle of the chest, and upside of the wrist. See, this isn't new. People have been doing this for years, centuries. So, 3 different oils. Of course, I'm going to use the green oil because that goes with what I'm manifesting. Also, you guys, a part of the cleansing is taking a bath before you start your rituals. So your body will be clean, your mind will be clean because you fasted from social media, and you'll be prepared. So I'm going to go outside and burn those negative things in my life. I'm going to come back in and blow my candles out. and I'm going to go to sleep and think about everything that's going to come to before the end of the year. Some people let their candles burn out by themselves. I don't do that. I'm too paranoid. I'm blowing the candles out. Thank you guys. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and subscribe to my blog, The Juicy Apple. Good night. Happy witching.